What up, dude? What do we got going on today? We're going to be going out and doing a new car prep on a 2018 Hyundai Tucson we just picked up last week. We've been driving it for a week. We're going to go through a few steps on detailing it today. New cars sometimes come to you a lot dirtier than you think. And this car had 10 miles on it when we picked it up last week on Sunday, and I'm sorry, on Monday. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go through a couple steps. I'll show you what I'm using on it, and we'll get to going. So on our way to the garage. Hello, tube. Back in the garage. Still not done with the Supra. Switching over to our new 2018 Hyundai Tucson. It had 10 miles on it when we picked it up. Like I said before, we're going to do a new car prep. As you can see, it's pretty clean. To the eye, it looks great. You know, but we're going to detox the paint. A lot of things people don't know about is, well, in manufacturing, cars sit. Stuff gets on the paint in transport. And a lot of people think you get a brand new car, it's in top condition as regards to the exterior. Not always. We're going to take a clay bar to it. We'll go over some of the things we'll be using. And walk over here to the table. Well, this is my stand. I got my two machines. Both Harbor Freight. That's what I use. Hasn't let me down. The one with the big pad on it on the right, that's got about 5 years on her without any issues. It's a short throw, but it works great. I've changed it to Eurotech pad mounts, a 5.5 inch on the big one and a 3 inch on the small one. I use Eurotech pads. That's just my preference. You can just look it up, Google Eurotech, U-R-O-Tech from Buff and Shine. So I'm sorry, the pad stands are from Buff and Shine. That's the manufacturer. The pads themselves are the Eurotech line. And that's just my pad of choice. They have different things for different types of compounds. Right here, we're going to be using the yellow pad. That's going to be a medium grade pad. That's what we're going to use our polish with. We're not going to go cutting too deep. There's not a lot of swirl marks on it, so we're just going to polish it out and before we do the top coat. And then the application of the Ceramiacrylix, and I'll go into that in a second, is going to be our soft white pad. All right. Now, first things first. The car's already been washed. I did a what we call Gary Dean wash method wash. So I'm not going to go into that. It's one of my first videos on the channel, so you can check that out. You want to make sure you just wash and dry. Get it all the heavy stuff off. Next phase is going to be clay. We're going to clay bar it. There's some clay in there. We'll take it out, get a fresh piece in. We're going to use detail spray as lubricant. This is just some detail spray from Adams that I have in a generic spray bottle. The polish is going to be... the Infinite Finish from DetailJuice.com. So, currently my favorite. Been using it for a couple years. Hasn't let me down. Great finish, great cut for a polish. When we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and do the top coat with their new Ceramiacrylix. It's a combination of acrylic with ceramic top coat. This is not a wax. It is a coating, better than a wax in my opinion. I had their acrylic on the truck for a while, over a year, without any issues. I just tested this last week on the truck and drove all the way to Amarillo, about 500 miles. And through a rainstorm, it was pretty awesome. So a lot easier to apply than ceramic. We'll have another video on how that applies afterwards. And then we'll have some of their force field, DetailJuice.com force field Pro. That's going to go onto our headlights. And this just applies with a microfiber towel on the interior. We're going to wipe it down. This is a really diluted mix of the wash. It's good for getting the dust off. And You know, you don't waste it. You just pour it in a bottle and you can use it for light stuff. It works great on windows as well. And then we have our the tried and true detailjuice.com infinite juice detail juice. And this is what I put on the dash and on the upholstery. Works great. Doesn't leave a heavy shine. No residue. So this is what we're going to be using today. So we got a lot of stuff to do. And again, this is not a paid ad for detailjuice.com. Just going over what I'm using. And we'll get started and we'll come back. Alright, it's hot. You can see it's bright and sunny out there. We are in South Texas and it is warm. It's about 11 o'clock. I'd say close to 90 today already. So first thing you want to do when you start, you want to make sure that the car is out of direct sunlight for ideal situations, especially when they're applying any type of top coating. From wax to synthetic coatings to acrylic to ceramic. It doesn't matter. Keep the car cool to the touch, as cool as possible, and out of direct sunlight. It also helps you when you wash. So that's step one. Step two, check the paint. Just touch it. Very dry. You can hear it. Yeah, it's not abnormal on a new car. Okay? So, check the paint. Do a touch test. When you wiped it down and dried it, it also gives you an idea. And another thing you want to do, guys and gals, check the paint that you can't feel with your hand alone. This is a baggy trick you've probably already heard of. If you're new, this is a nice and easy way to see how many contaminants are on the paint. I'm using a Ziploc bag. You can use a bag from your grocery store, any type of plastic bag. Run your hand across the top, very gently, no pressure, just nice and light. And when you do that, you're going to feel a ton of high and low spots. That's all the contaminants that you're not seeing. And this one's got quite a bit for being a brand new car that's only a week old. So next phase, we get ready for some good old clay bar. This is a clay bar I'm using. It's made in Japan. It's not why I use it. It was recommended to me. It's really good stuff. See if she wants to focus here. Alright, Magic Shine, that's what it's called. I get it online, you can Google it. I think I paid like 20-25 bucks for this 200 gram block. You see, it's quite a bit. This will do a few cars. So yeah, I'm going to tear a piece of this off and get going. And we'll take a little bit of a walkthrough on what we're doing. Cranked out the roof, so that's done. This is a piece of the bigger clay bar. It started life as this. This is what it looks like, just doing the roof. Okay, gives you all an idea. Brand new car, 10 miles last week. Haven't even owned it for 7 days. It'll be 7 days on Monday. That's what it is. Wife's driven it from here, home, to work, and back. We haven't got any long trips. You can tell the difference between the roof and the new piece. So this piece is still usable. You can knead it out. On a real dirty car, this would be a good piece, so I don't throw it out. This is the new piece. Alright, we're going to get started. We flattened out the clay a little bit. Okay, so it's not that big, thick block anymore. That's what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and start off by getting some detail spray on there just to soften it up a bit. We're not going to do the whole hood at once. You want to work in sections. I like to keep it to about 2 by 2. It's kind of standard. You've heard that before probably if you're not new to this. I keep 2 towels. One's for the clay bar, one's to wipe down the excess spray. We're going to start off, and we want to be liberal with the detail spray. It's your lubricant. It's going to allow the clay to glide over the paint, which is what you want. Okay, nice, easy, no pressure. Let the clay do the work. Just feel the weight of the clay. Let the clay do the work. Okay, come down. I do not use circular motions. I go up and down and across. That's it, nice and easy. if you start getting a little sticky with the clay and you feel you're not done with the area, spray a little bit more lubricant down, detail spray, and keep going. Okay, remember, at the end of a clay session, 99% of the time, at least for me, and most, you're going to be polishing. So, if you pick up something, no big deal. You're going to be polishing it out. You're not going to introduce any huge swirl marks, but you can already see there's a difference just in that section. Okay? You're going to take your bag out, the little bag you had before. You're going to slide your hand across. It's smooth. Nothing on it. Like before, there was a lot of high and low spots you could feel. Now it's smooth. Again, no pressure. You could feel it. You can give it another session, another pass if you want it smoother. But if it's smooth, leave it. You're good. Okay? That was one pass on a clean clay bar. We saw what it looked like. That's what she looks like now. Not as clean, a little dirty. We're going to use the same bar to finish the hood, and we'll come back and see what it looks like. Alright, always shake your polish, cutting compound, wax, liquid wax if you're using that, coating, whatever you're getting. Shake it good. Make sure, because a lot of times this stuff's been sitting. Again, this is my trusty Harbor Freight DA. It has a buff and shine pad holder on it. You see I took a Sharpie and drew a few lines on it. This just helps the eye so that you can see when it's spinning. If it's not spinning, you're putting too much pressure on it. If it's spinning too fast, you want to put a little more pressure on it. It's all feel and experience. It's a yellow buff and shine pad. They're a Eurotech model. I like their Eurotech stuff. It's got a nice little footprint on it. Very good, very durable. So basically, all we're going to do, pad needs to be primed. There's a few different ways of doing it. I'm going to put 4 little blobs like that, little nice, they call it the pea-sized drops. It's a little bit more, but this is the first time on it. We're going to turn it to setting 1 because we're going to use the DA to actually spread. So we're going to kind of spread it like this. So on setting 1, it'll spread it around. And then we're going to move up. I go to between 4.5 and 5. And then I'm working on a 2x2 foot area approximately. Again, we don't want to tackle a huge area all at once. And we're just going to go. Take a few passes. I do 2 to 3 passes. And just watch the speed. You don't need to go super fast. The DA does all the work. Let the machine do it. And when you turn your machine, an edgeless, high nap, microfiber towel. We'll go over microfiber towels on another segment as well. This is great for getting the excess polish off. So you have to do that. So when you're done, right after, you're going to go through and get all the excess off. And you can immediately see there's a huge difference in the reflection just from here to here. So get it all off and you're done. And then you go to the next section and you keep going. Gonna finish, we'll be back, we'll go over the coating real quick. I'll be done for the day. New component from DetailJuice.com. This is a little test vial. Okay, little goes a long way, just like the acrylic. This is their Ceramiacrylix. It's their acrylic coating that goes with proper maintenance up to a year, and I've tested the heck out of it. This is the new Ceramiacrylix. It's acrylic infused with ceramic. It's new, it's not out to the market yet. I'm doing a test run on it. Did it on the Tundra, worked great. Way slicker, way more durable so far than I've noticed. There's maintenance washes you do on the acrylic. There's also maintenance washes you do to help layer up the Ceramiacrylix and the old acrylic with your washes, so the coating really gets an update every 2 to 3 weeks when you wash your vehicle or more, so it lasts longer. This is what we're going to use. I've done the roof already. We'll go over how it applies. It applies super easy. Alright, DA is getting some work. Again, you want to shake it up a little bit. This one has this little screw-on cap and a glass vial. A little goes a long way. I've already used it, so the pad's already primed. I'm just going to put a little bit on here around the pad. And we want to just get a decent amount, not a lot. We don't want to go a lot. I just throw it in my pocket. You can see there's a bunch of little dots on there, and it's white, so it's hard to see on the white pad. What we're going to do on setting, I'm going to do it on setting 2.5. It's just going to apply. We're not putting any pressure down on the machine. It's literally, you're using the machine to apply a thin coat of layer. It's faster than your hand. It's smoother than your hand. So we're just going to use the machine to apply a layer. Again, we're going to work in small areas, 2x2. Here we go. do not want to go thick on this. It's very smooth, very easy. As soon as you see it light haze, that's when you know you got it on. Okay, and I'm going to finish the hood. You'll see me go around it super fast. Boom! Alright, hood's done. This, over a course of 60 minutes, 1 hour, is going to haze up ever so slightly. So, come back, you don't want to touch it. I had a little spot in the corner there, I missed, rubbed it off with my nail, cleaned it off, went back. It is coated, it'll light haze. Right now, it's not super slick. It gets slick as it cures. It takes about an hour. Okay, so you want to let it go for an hour. Don't touch it. Don't drive it out into the sun. Let it sit for an hour. Come back. You see the little corner right there of my clean polishing microfiber towel. I'm going to come back in an hour. I'm going to wipe this all down. I haven't done the front. The front I'm going to use my other DA with the small 3-inch pad on it because it's narrower. What you don't want to use with a ceramic acrylic is you do not want to get it on black plastic. It will dull it out. So I went up right to the edge as far as I could on the fenders because there is a black trim on there. And I'm going to go back over these areas and on the A-pillar with my small 3-inch DA. So, be back in an hour to wipe it down. Almost done. But this is what you see. I kneaded it a couple times. You saw me do it a couple times on the fast sequence when we were doing the front hood, the hood of the car, and it's dirty. It's dirty. We opened it up. It's dirty. That's just the front. I finished the whole front bumper. Didn't have a lot of paint on it, but finished the front. Still got to do the side of the car. So it gives you an idea of when you buy a brand new car and you call your detailer or you do it yourself. This is a new car prep. They're cutting new cars. We want to detox the paint and go through the next couple phases so that way just as soon as you get it, paint is detoxed, cleaned up, and sealed. Alright, we're all done. You can see she's shining the Hyundai Caribbean Blue. It's got some metallic in it. I don't know if it'll pick up in here, but she's cleaned, detoxed, protected, brand new. Something that we recommend for all new cars if you want to get the most out of the longevity of your paint. We'll leave you with some beauty shots. Any questions, let me know. Comment below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know the procedure. And we'll touch on some more topics soon. Enjoy.